As prophecy had foretold, the Black Scrolls were reopened 1,000 years after they were created, and with their opening, Fu Ling once again crept back into Rokugan, due to the weakness of the Emperor Hentei 39. From the poison by Beishi Kachiko, Fu Ling was able to possess the young Emperor. Piece by piece, as each scroll was opened, Fu Ling's control of the last Hentei became more complete. With the opening of the 12th Black Scroll, Fu Ling fully entered into the mortal realm once more and became mortal. It was then, on the second day of thunder, that Toturi and Doji Hotoruchi struck simultaneously and cut down Fu Ling, sending his spirit into the eternal wastes, the realm of waiting, where he was imprisoned by the fortune of death. The head of the corpse of the ninth kami, the artifact known as Fu Ling's skull, was recovered by one of his minions. Yes, we are going to talk about the awesome 5-ring publishers group, then AEG/Wizards of the Coast, finally AEG's wonderful Legend of the Five Rings. What you see before you is just the box, an Imperial Edition Dragon Clan starter deck. I picked this up many moons ago. The cards, I've given them away. I actually had some pre-Imperial cards, but this is a starter deck box, and you needed the box because there was no stronghold. The stronghold was the box. You had to use the box to get your gold. So we'll talk about how Legend of the Five Rings works, but there are some old cards in here. One thing that they did was you got Koku. So I have the Koku on this one. Koku is like coins. You turn in, I believe it was 20 Koku per card that AEG ended up doing, and then in the end they just kind of gave everything away. But we got the Ancestral Standard of the Lion. I got the Broken Sword of the Scorpion, War in the Heavens promo, the Akodo Tactical School, the 38th Hantei Falls, not Hentai, it's Hantei, the Walls of Osan Urchi. These are actually Scorpion Clan Coup. Scorpion Clan Coup cards, because the border is how you told the starter, or they started the set. And I actually started with Scorpion Clan Coup. This is one way you could win of the game. You could have all 4 walls of the capital city out. You could play all 12 scrolls. You could have an enlightenment deck, because it is Legend of the Five Rings. To enlightenment, you had to get all 5 rings: earth, fire, water, air, void, out. Forward patrol. What else do we got here? We got Shiro no Akodo. There's another one, and then I forget what these cards are. But anyway, so those are some old cards, and I do have a special set here. So in 2000 AEG for $90 and some Koku, you sent away for this specially boxed set in a binder, excuse me, that you see before you, and it was their Heroes of Rokugan. And a nice welcome to the Imperial Assembly, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So this was mine, is mine still. Nice, interactive storyline game. Nice poster here. Ooh. Let me pick up the camera here for a minute. So anyway, there you decide the tale. So the story I opened with was actually part of the Gen Con, I think 1997 narrative, or 1996, I forget. The second day of Thunder. So the 2 finalists actually went to John Wick and AEG, or 5-ring publishing group, and said, hey, we want to actually, this is how we want the story to unfold. We don't want one of us to be the one who does the final blow and kill Fu Ling, because whoever won that game, it was going to be their clan who actually won the grand prize, and they would be immortalized, all that stuff. So what they did is they went and said, actually, we want to actually both win, and we want to both decide. So they went to and they said, we both want to win, and this is how we want the story to be. We want to both give the deciding blow, or the fatal blow, to Fu Ling. And so it was up to John Wick to narrate the final battle for everybody, and that's how I became enthralled with this wonderful, wonderful game. Was reading the recap of Gen Con, and how the fact that players influenced the storyline. So I actually started with Scorpion Clan Coup. Oh, it was in that other book. This first book that comes with the Heroes of Rokugan actually talks about the expansion. So the first set is actually Imperial Edition, and we'll bounce back to that Scorpion Clan Coup right there. You got your Shadowlands, your Forbidden Knowledge expansions, your Anvil of Despair, Crimson and Jade, Time of the Void. After Time of the Void, this was the final set before Gen Con, and then came Scorpion Clan Coup as a prequel. Scorpion Clan Coup released as 3 different. There was episode 1, 2, and 3. Episodes 1 and 3 had combo boxes, which had starter decks and booster packs. Episode 2 was just booster packs. Then you had your Jade Edition, was another base set. And then Hidden Emperor was when AEG started their Rolling Thunder idea, where they would release a little bit of cards every month, or every, like, a little bit of an expansion every month. Ended up not working out. That's how they released Legend of the Burning Sands, and you can't get Legends of the Burning Sands today because that didn't work, and they recalled a bunch of product and destroyed it. So Hidden Emperor, if you get Hidden Emperor combo boxes, I think those are pretty cool, and let me know. I'd be interested in that. Particularly episode 6, that was when they did the minor clans, and the final episode of the Hidden Emperor is the Dark Journey Home. And then Siege of Sleeping Mountain, Honor Bound, Ambition's Debt, and Fire and Shadow. And this is where I ended my first little love affair with Legends of Five Rings was with Fire and Shadow. Most of my original cards I gave away except for what you see before you from my original cards. And the Heroes of Rokugan, it goes through each of the cards here. Nice little spread. What was great and interesting about this set was this set actually has, let's see if we can get to it. Where is it? Maybe. Well, it has the Anvil of Despair, which is pretty cool. This set. Is it on the first page? There it is. It actually is. So right here, Warrens of the Nizumi. This is actually ratlings or Screven or rats or whatever you want to call them. That's their stronghold or their their base, if you will, for their clan. And this set back in 2000 was the first time that was published. And really I actually had a soft spot for ratlings and all their incantations in Legend of the Five Rings. Very, very disappointed that they did not live or last in the AEG incarnation of the game. They won the Day of Tomorrow or whatever it was. I'll have to find it and link to it, but that's an awesome story how actually it was the ratlings that saved the day for the clans. Again, another Gen Con awesome story there. But yeah, so this was the end of my first love affair with John Wick's and Fantasy Flight Games, AEGs, and Fire Ring Publishing Group. Their Legend of the Five Rings. And yes, this is the original logo. The International Olympic Committee actually sued them and won, and so new cards all have the rings separated and they're not interlocked. So even though that does not look like the Olympic Five Rings interlocked, it is considered an Olympic logo because the Olympic logo is Five Rings interlocked. Anyway, you can go read about that. Sorry about the edit that I'm going to have to do in splicing these together. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. AEG. Come on. Can you do this? Can you zoom in? Yeah, look at that macro. Is Almo Media? Is ISO Media? Yeah. We have a web page on there. Ancestral Home of the Lion Clan. Yeah, anyway. So this is my first Legends of Five Rings video. Looking at some old stuff. And anyway, let me know what you think. Are you going to get into Fantasy Flight's version? Right now my answer is no. I'm not going to do that. But let me know what you think. Anyway, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Leave a comment, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.